Hi,
Ready.
Brenda. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really happy that you called this meeting today. I know you were kind of concerned when you called.
Yes, I just needed to talk.
Well, I'm really glad you reached out. And I know this isn't our usual way of meeting. I know we usually meet face to face, but given the no contact rule right now set by the state, we can't meet in person right now. So until we can, our weekly meetings will be online like we're doing now. So I hope that's okay. Um,
That's good.
okay, good. Tell me a little bit about what's going on. I know you said you and your husband got into a heated argument. Just give me a little brief scenario about what happened, what's going on, how you feel.
Well, I guess I feel like I've been so cooped up in the house, with all this going on. I just wanted to go out, just get some fresh air. And we got into this heated argument because he didn't want me to leave the house. And I'm saying I'm just going to be gone for a few minutes, just get some fresh air. And we got into this very heated argument that really got out of control over nothing. I don't know why. I know they say stay in the house, but I didn't think just going outside for a few minutes will hurt anything.
Well,
Or should I? I mean, I know I wasn't going to the grocery store or going to work, but I just want some fresh air.
and I think fresh air is okay. I believe that she said as long as it's essential, like walking your dog or going for a walk, getting groceries, going to get medication, anything like that,
Right.
that's essential.
It said exercise, so I felt like but he's so against anybody going out because I guess I can come in contact with someone, or I don't know what he thinks going to happen. So should I just listen to him and not, so it won't be an argument? Or, I mean, I feel like I'm so cooped up in this house, I'm going to go crazy if I don't I just need some air.
I think that's perfectly fine, and your feelings are very valid. You have reason to want to go outside and get some fresh air, and you should be able to. I don't think you listening is gonna prevent further arguments, though, because your voice also needs to be heard. As much as he wants his heard, he has to realize that your voice needs to be heard as well, and your opinion matters. So,
So is this something we should maybe do together?
um,
I'm not, because he's just against, he don't even want to go out, really.
well, it could be one of those things where you agree to disagree on. It doesn't necessarily have to, you don't necessarily have to go out together. Um, but at the same time, you're your own person. So you're allowed to go out as long as it's essential. And I mean, if he doesn't want to go out, he doesn't have to go, you know. But if he would like to go, you can invite him and say, hey, I think it might be nice for us to take a stroll. Um, and then you could give him that option of whether or not he wants to go.
But he's worried about me coming in contact with someone and catching something. And so he wants me to wear a mask and gloves. And I just want to go for a walk.
Well,
I
with
want to be
and the
free. I
airborne,
don't want to
you
wear
know,
a mask.
you can, catch it from the air, so you getting that fresh air, although might be helpful to you, it could possibly be dangerous, just going outside, going for that walk. If you come, next to somebody who has it and they breathe or cough or anything like that, so.
Wow. I don't know what to do. I'm
Well,
tired of being up in the house, and I would like to just go out and just get some air, but it sounds like I shouldn't even do that.
No, it's not saying that you shouldn't go out. It's just making sure you're taking the right precautions, when you do go out. As silly as it looks, wearing a mask or wearing gloves, it could be something that protects you, even if it's just a little protection. Some is better than none. So
Okay.
it's just a precaution.
Okay.
He's concerned.
I can agree with that.
You don't have to
Yeah.
have a full bodysuit on, as you see in some of the things you see on Facebook.
Yeah. Okay, I was going to say I have seen people with that on, but
You don't have to go that far. But wearing a mask and, gloves if you're going to be touching like a buggy or anything like that, anything helps, carrying some Lysol wipes with you, making sure everything's clean, such as your cell
okay.
phone, just simple things, that we should be doing every day anyway, making sure you wash your hands, just simple stuff.
Right.
It doesn't have to be anything too horrible.
Yeah.
So I sent you a couple sheets today, and we're going to start with the assertive communication, just because I feel like you feel like your voice isn't being heard and you're not being listened to. So we're going to go over that sheet, and it talks about standing up for yourself and your own needs, but also taking into consideration of your partner. So it's okay for you to stand up for yourself and for you to be heard. It's also essential for you to hear your partner's side of things and get their viewpoint as well. So it's not just one-sided. You get both of your viewpoints and perspectives that involved.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you're doing that, but you also want to make sure he's reciprocating that for you.
Okay, well, I don't know if I was thinking about his feelings, so I guess that's something to consider, not just thinking that I need to get out, so I was just thinking about me and not, my partner.
Which is understandable, but I think his concerns are very valid, with this whole pandemic that we have going on. I think you both have really valid points and perspectives. So next time you have an argument, take both of those into consideration. So some of the traits that the sheet lists is clearly stating your needs or wants. So making sure the other person hears what you're saying. Eye contact. Sometimes when we get into arguments, we might find ourselves rolling our eyes because we're upset or don't want to hear what the other person says. We don't want to be bad. Yeah. So that's, keeping that eye contact instead of, rolling our eyes and, looking elsewhere. Keeping, making sure we have that eye contact so the person knows that they have our full attention.
Okay.
And you want to get the same thing from your partner. The next one is listening without being interrupted. So that a lot of times we listen to be heard, and that could be our intention, but the other person could be listening just to respond. And so we want to make sure we're always listening to be heard instead of listening just to respond.
Well, yeah, I get that, but sometimes I might interrupt so I won't forget my point.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be taking a long time to explain. And if I don't kind of interrupt, I might forget what I'm trying to say.
Right. So what if you had like a little notepad or something that you just kept around the house, and anytime you get in an argument at the house, you just have a notepad and just write those thoughts down so you won't forget.
Oh, I guess I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. But
And
what about when we're actually having our communicating and we're having this conversation and we're talking about whatever and he's explaining his side? What if I just happen to have something to say that I want to get out?
well, I would wait till he's done explaining himself, and then say what you're gonna say. You ask, "Hey, are you done? Saying what you had to say? Because I would like to, give you my perspective."
Okay.
Making sure he's done, instead of just interrupting or, assuming that he's done. Take that time to ask him. It's okay to ask, ask him, "Hey, I heard what you said, but I want to get you to see my side of the story. So is it okay if I do that?" Make sure he's ready. Make sure he's prepared.
Okay.
Appropriate speaking volume. So not yelling. That could be a big trigger for some people. Um, your tone of voice, and the way you speak to each other. And that could be you yelling, you cussing, anything like that, in the middle of an argument. Sometimes it's out of our control whether or not we
Body language. Okay, I know what you're saying.
yeah, the way we
Between
talk to each other.
loud speaking, body language.
Exactly. Confident body language. So sometimes when somebody doesn't understand what we're trying to get them to say, we kind of, it's not that we get sad, but we kind of drop down a level, to where we don't feel as confident as we should, because we feel like our partner just pushed our opinion to the side and made it seem like it didn't matter. So I want you to stay confident in your opinion, because it's how you feel, and you have the right to feel, you know, it's valid how you feel, and you have every right to feel the way you do. So I want you to stand strong in that, in your opinions, and even if you end up being wrong, take that with you. Take it as a lesson, learn from it so you can be better.
Okay. Okay. I
Okay.
can do that.
All right. There was another sheet, the fair fighting rules. I want you and your husband to go over this list together. And this has rules that I want you to follow when you have an argument. It may be a little difficult.
Okay.
I want you to go over it
He
together.
have to follow that.
Yes, you both have to follow it.
Okay.
If you see something on here that you don't quite agree with, or you feel it doesn't apply to you, you can cross it off and make a rule that applies to you, or change something on here that you guys don't like or disagree on. It has space in here for you to, create your own rules. Nothing wrong with that. This is just a baseline, just to get you guys started. Okay. So that's what that bottom half is for, down here. Create your own rules.
Oh, right.
Yeah. If these don't apply to you, this whole space is for you to do that. Okay. And if you have trouble with it, you're more than welcome to schedule an appointment with me and we can go over it together.
Oh, that might be good.
It's something that we can, have your husband sitting there with you. We can go over the rules together and get his point of view as well.
Okay, that sounds good.
Good, I'm glad. So we'll work on that. We'll have you try it. You and him try it, by yourself first, and then we'll see how that goes in our next session. And if it doesn't go, as well as you hoped it would, or if it isn't working out, we'll have you bring him to the next session. And that way we'll have everybody together. So it's not just one person's point of view. You'll get his point of view as well. And I can be the mediator between the two of you.
Okay, husband. He's going to enjoy this. He really is.
Would you like to have further sessions where he's a part of this? Because I know it's been just me and you for a while, but you're more than welcome to bring him in.
I would definitely ask him.
Okay, yeah, see if he's into it. And then I know that these aren't, our usual sessions that we have. Usually I would have you bring them into the office and, we meet face to face. But given the times, we're not going to worry about it. We're going to have to do virtual for right now. It's still our way of communicating. So hopefully he's still okay with that as well.
Okay, he will be.
You got to ask him first.
Oh, I am. I really am. I'm going to ask him.
How you know he's going to be good?
I'm hoping he will.
Okay. I hope so too. I would really like to meet your husband.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm really happy that you caught this meeting and that we got to talk about this and go over some different ways to help you cope and do things differently.
I am willing to try anything.
Okay, so it's not that you can't go outside. It's that safety. We want you to take those safety precautions when you do go outside or choose to go somewhere.
All right. Okay. I have a better understanding. So,
yeah. See how you were able to understand me from a different perspective? It's all about tone and body language.
Right. I didn't get upset. So,
exactly. So I want you to do the same thing with him.
Okay. Yes.
Can you do that?
I can.
Okay. And let me know what happened next session.
You'll definitely know. If he's with me for the next session, it didn't go well.
And if he's not, then we know it went well, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be our measurement, our way of measuring things. If he's with you next time, it didn't go well. If he's not with you, it must have went well. And we'll work on something else.
Okay.
Okay. So next session we're gonna have is gonna be next Wednesday around 7 p.m. if that works.
Okay.
All right. So I'll see you next Wednesday. Hopefully I don't see your husband next Wednesday because everything worked out. But we can plan sessions with your husband in the future because we'd love to have you.
All right.
Okay. Thanks for being here and you have a wonderful night.
You too, and thank you so much.
Of course, that's what I'm here for. You take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.